Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, here is the high level thinking the test instrument on chemical equilibrium material chemistry English assignment. With lecture is 1. Dr. Kriswantoro SPD MPD, 2. Isra Miharti SSI MPD. With member of group 5 is 1. Anita Aulia with study number A1C122022, 2. Jaspia with study number A1C122037, 3. Asriwayuni with study number A1C122040, and Olympia Miyasari with study number A1C122075. Enjoy for watching!
Question 1. Equilibrium constant. In the gas chemical industry, the nitrogen tetracide gas is product from nitrogen dioxide gas. Through the following reversible reaction. 2 moles of nitrogen dioxide react to form 1 mole of dinitrogen tetracide gas with the release of heat. Under the current reaction condition, the dinitrogen tetracide gas product yields decrease even though the inhaled amount of nitrogen dioxide gas has been increased. The operator substance that the reaction temperature is too high, everything the direction of the reaction. Based on the principle of chemical equilibrium decibels, the effect of change in temperature, pressure, and addition, direction of equilibrium, and the amount of dinitrogen tetracide gas forms. Answer 1. Equilibrium constant. Change in temperature, pressure, and the addition of nitrogen dioxide gas will affect the direction of the equilibrium of the following reaction. 2 moles of nitrogen dioxide gas react to form 1 mole of the nitrogen tetracide gas with the release of heat. Temperature. If the reaction exothermic or product heats, then increasing the temperature will shift the equilibrium to the life or formation of nitrogen dioxide gas, so that amounts of dinitrogen tetracide gas decrease in the temperature is lowered, the equilibrium will shift to the right or formation of dinitrogen tetracide gas. Pressure. Since 3 or more moles of gas on the leaf or 2 moles of dinitrogen dioxide gas, then on the right or 1 mole of dinitrogen tetracide gas. Increasing the pressure will shift the equilibrium to the right, increasing the amounts of dinitrogen tetracide gas formed. Addition of dinitrogen dioxide gas, increasing the concentration of nitrogen dioxide gas will shift the equilibrium to the right or product, so that the amount of dinitrogen tetracide gas will increase. Profit the temperature is low enough. Question 2. Equilibrium constant. The reaction of sulfur trioxide gas formation from sulfur dioxide gas and oxygen is kept out in a close reaction with the reaction. 2 moles of sulfur dioxide reacts with 1 mole of oxygen gas to form 2 moles of sulfur trioxide gas. This reaction releases heat, indicating that is a exothermic reaction. In the last product process, the concentration of sulfur trioxide in the product, temperature, and relative low pressure using the Clair's principle prove when the temperature and pressure conditions are approved to maximize the ratio of trioxide gas formation. Answer to equilibrium constant. The reaction of the formation of sulfur trioxide gas from sulfur dioxide gas and oxygen is a reversible reaction that can be decreased by the equation. 2 moles of sulfur dioxide gas reacts with 1 mole of oxygen gas to form 2 mole of sulfur dioxide gas. This reaction releases heat indicating that is an exothermic reaction. This reaction is exothermic, meaning that heat is releasing during the formation of sulfur trioxide gas. According to the Reis principle, if a system is equilibrium and the change in condition or such as temperature, pressure, or concretion accounts, the system will adjust to correct the change and reacts now equilibrium. In this case, if it is known that the reaction is carried out at high temperature and low pressure, and this actually causes the compression of sulfur trioxide gas in the product to the decrease drastically if the enzyme is based on the Lee Carl's principle and increase in temperature in exothermic reaction will cause the equilibrium to shift to the light, namely towards the reformation of nitrogen dioxide gas and oxygen. This happens because the system tries to absorb the excess heat given by increasing the reaction, not the product. Therefore, too high a temperature actually inhibits the formation of sulfur trioxide gas because the equilibrium does not favor the direction of product formation. Question 3. Equilibrium constant. The process of producing methanol from carbon monoxide gas and hydrogen gas. Follow the reaction. 1 mole of carbon monoxide gas reacts with 2 moles of hydrogen gas to form 1 mole of methanol gas. The company is developing a new product unit that is target to be more effective in producing methanol based on initial test data. The reaction pressure is quite low and the ratio of hydrogen gas carbon monoxide is still 1 to 1 based on the participle of equilibrium design and optimal reaction condition strategy or related to temperature, pressure, and reactant ratio to maximize methanol formation. Answer 3. Equilibrium constant reaction. 1 mole of carbon monoxide gas reacts with 2 moles of hydrogen gas to form 1 mole of methanol gas. Optimal strategy temperature because the reaction is exothermic, a decrease in temperature will shift the equilibrium to the right, which is the reaction of product formation or methanol. However, too low a temperature will slow down the reaction rate and reduce the conversion efficiency. 3-4, a relatively low but surface medium temperature is chosen to maintain the reaction rate as well in the range of 200 to 300 degrees Celsius. This a compromise between equilibrium, efficiency, and reaction rates. Pressure. The total number of moles of gas on the left side or reactants is 3 moles or 1 mole of carbon dioxide plus 2 moles of hydrogen, while on the right side of product 3 is only 1 mole of sulfur dioxide gas based on Cutler principle. Increasing the pressure will shift the equilibrium to the right, namely towards the formation of methanol, because the system tries to reduce the number of moles of gas. 3. For high pressure in highly recommend to increasing the yields of methanol product. And industry pressure based one 550 to 100 ETM or more are usually used depending on the reaction design. Reaction ratio. In the reaction, 1 mole of carbon dioxide is net for every 2 mole of hydrogen. However, based on initial test data, the ratio of hydrogen gas to carbon dioxide is still 1 to 1, which means that the amount of hydrogen is still less than that requires stoichiometry. This condition causes the reaction to not proceed optimally towards methanol formation because when the reactants hydrogen is a limited factor to every comp. This the ratio hydrogen gas to carbon dioxide needs to be increased to at leasing stoichiometry ratio of 2 or 1 or even slightly more or for example 3 to 1 so that the equilibrium is passed furniture to the right and methanol formation increasing the excess hydrogen also helps shift the equilibrium further towards the product. Question 4. Equilibrium constant. In a laboratory, students perform a reversible reaction between hydrogen gas and iodide gas to form hydrogen iodide. With the reaction, 1 mole of hydrogen gas react with 1 mole of iodide gas to produce 2 moles of hydrogen iodide gas. This is a reversible reaction. Under experimental conditions, the hydrogen iodide perform is less that expense. One assumption is that the amount of hydrogen gas used is too little. Based on this data, examine the effect of the amounts of hydrogen gas, temperature, pressure on the direction of the equilibrium, and the amounts of hydrogen iodide formats. Answer for equilibrium constant. Reaction 1 mole of hydrogen gas react with 1 mole of iodide gas to produce 2 moles of hydrogen iodide gas. This is a reversible reaction. In the experiment, it was found that the amounts of hydrogen iodide formats has less than expense one of the factor substance to be the cause is the amount of hydrogen gas used was too little. Based on the particip of chemical equilibrium or Lee color, the reaction system will try to adjust itself to compensate of change in concentration, temperature, and pressure. Amounts of hydrogen gas. If hydrogen is too little, the equilibrium will tend not to shift maximally toward the formation of hydrogen iodide because hydrogen is one of the reactants is deficiency will limit the reaction rates to the right. The addition of hydrogen gas will increase its concentration, so the equilibrium will shift to the right, namely towards the formation of hydrogen iodides. Thus, to produce more hydrogen iodides, the amount of hydrogen gas must be increasing to that the reaction is more driven towards the product. Temperature, if the reaction is exothermic, then decreasing the temperature will shift the equilibrium to the right, increasing the amounts of hydrogen iodide. The reaction to from hydrogen and iodides is slick endothermic, meaning it absorbs heat 3-4 based on the Cavaliers participle, and increase in temperature will shift the equilibrium to the right in the direction of hydrogen iodide formation as the system attempts to absorb ex- excess heat. Conversely, uh, the rise in temperature will cause the equilibrium to shift to the right, reducing the amounts of hydrogen iodide formed. 3-4 under 3 condition too low temperature can inhibit hydrogen iodide formation, and a higher temperature will actually help drive the reaction to the right pressure. The number of moles of gas on the left and right are the same, namely 1 mole of hydrogen plus 1 mole of iodide on the left side and 2 moles of hydrogen iodide on the right side. Since the total number of moles of gas does not change, a change in pressure will not significantly affect the direction of equilibrium. However, in real system, a change in pressure can significantly affect the direction rates and the efficiency of gas mixing, although it does not shift the equilibrium. Question 5. Equilibrium constant. A fertilizer plants using the Haber process to produce ammonia through the reaction. 1 mole of nitrogen gas react with 3 moles of hydrogen gas to produce 2 moles of ammonia gas. The reaction is reversible and releases heat which means in exothermic. After evaluation, the ammonia yield deficient even though the reaction pressure has been increased. The operator suspends that the temperature is too high, causing the reaction to shift towards the reactants based on the participle of chemical compare the effectiveness of increasing pressure and adjusting temperature to enhance production. Answer 5. Equilibrium constant. Reaction. 1 mole of nitrogen gas reacts with 3 moles of hydrogen gas to produce 2 moles of ammonia gas. The reaction is reversible and releases heat, which means in is exothermic. This reaction is exothermic, meaning it releases heat to the surrounding as in process 3-4. Both temperature and pressure have a major influence on the direction of equilibrium and the amounts of ammonia formed. In the case, even though the reaction pressure has been increased, the ammonia product yield still decreases and the operator suspense that the temperature is too high, if we examine it based on the principle of chemical equilibrium, like Chaplin, increasing the pressure, salt aversity, drive the reactant equilibrium, the formation of ammonia. This is because the number of moles of gas on a reactants sides 1 mole of nitrogen plus 3 moles of hydrogen equals 4, 4 moles of gas is greater than on product sides 2 moles of NH3. Increasing the pressure will cause the equilibrium to shift to the sides which favor moles of gas, namely to the right, so that the product of ammonia increases. In other words, increasing the pressure in is theoretically very favorable for the formation of ammonia. The optimum temperature in the Haber process is usually in the range of 400 to 500 degrees Celsius, which is high enough to keep the reaction rates fast, but still no low enough to keep the equilibrium in fall of ammonia formation. Thus, to effectively increase ammonia product, optimal temperature control is more important than simply increasing pressure, although a combination of both is still needs to maximize production.
Question number 6. Consider the reaction H2 gas react with Cl2 gas to form 2HCl gas with a Kc value of 4 times 10 to the power of 4 at the start of the experiment. 0.3 mole of H2 and 0.3 mole of Cl2 were mixed in a 2-liter reaction tube. No HCl was present at the beginning. After a while, 0.5 mole of HCl was formed, indicating the system had reached equilibrium. Based on this information, explain how you would determine the final concentration of a substance. Then, if the volume of the system is double, how would the equilibrium shift? Support your answer using the concept of equilibrium and concentration change. Number 6. The question is about the reaction between hydrogen gas and chlorine gas forming hydrogen chloride or HCl. Initially, 0.3 mole of H2 and 0.3 moles of Cl2 are mixed in a 2-liter container. There is no HCl present at the start. After some time, the system reaches equilibrium and forms 0.5 moles of HCl. Because 1 mole of H2 react with 1 mole of Cl2 to form 2 moles of HCl, the formation of 0.5 moles of HCl means that 0.25 moles of H2 and Cl2 have reacted. The leaves 0.05 moles of H reactant. If we divide this amount by the 2-liter volume, we get concentration of 0.025 molar for both H2 and Cl2 and 0.25 molar for HCl. Now, if we the if we double the volume to 4 liters, the concentration of a species will decrease since the number of gas molecules is equal on both sides of equation. The pressure change does not strongly affect the system. But according to Le Chatelier principle, the reaction might slightly shift to the left to compensate for the decrease in concentration. The question number 7. The synthesis of ammonia involves the reaction of N2 with 3H2 to form 2NH3 with a Kc value of 0.5. In a lab simulation, 1 mole of N2 and 2 mole of H2 are placed in a 1-liter container initially. NH3 is present, after a reaction process, the concentration of NH3 is found to be 0.6 mol. Based on this data, classify which substance decrease and which increase during the reaction, then create an ICE or change equilibrium table to determine the final concentration of all substance. Finally, relate your finding to the reaction and direction and the equilibrium state achieved. The question number 7. From the question involving the Haber process, in this setup, 1 mole of nitrogen and 2 mole of hydrogen are mixed in a 1 liter container. Initially, there's no ammonia. After the reaction process, the ammonia concentration reached 0.6 mole. From the balance equation, N2 plus 3H2 give to NH3, so 0.6 mole of NH3 means 0.3 moles of N2 and 0.9 moles of H2 reacted. The leaves 0.7 moles of nitrogen, 1.1 moles of hydrogen and 0.6 moles of ammonia. Because the volume is 1 liter, the concentration are equal to the number of moles. This shows the reaction shift to the right, forming a significant amount of product. Since the value Kc is 0.5, this result is consistent with equilibrium condition, where the product side is moderately favored. Question number 8. The formation of SO3 involves mixing 0.8 mole of SO2 and 0.5 mole of O2 in a 1 liter container. After some time, 0.6 mole of SO3 is produced. A student claimed that since a large amount of SO3 is formed, the reaction must be at equilibrium. However, the teacher asked the class to prove this quantitatively. Compare the calculated Kc value with the given Kc value of 6. Based on your finding, determine whether the system has reached equilibrium or if it is still shifting. Use both numerical and logical reasoning to access the system state. Answer the question number 8. From the question is about formation of sulfur of trioxide or SO3 in this reaction. 0.8 mole of sulfur dioxide and 0.5 mole of oxygen are placed in 1 liter container. After equilibrium is reached, 0.6 mole of SO3 are formed. From the balance equation, 1 mole of SO2 react with half a mole of O2 to form 1 mole of SO3. So, if 0.6 mole of SO3 are formed, then 0.6 mole of SO2 and 0.3 moles of O2 were consumed. That means 0.2 moles of each reactant remain. We then calculate the reaction equation Kc and compare it to the given Kc value, which is 6. If Kc is greater than Kc, that means the reaction has gone too far to the right and will shift slightly back to the left. So, then student claim that the reaction is already at equilibrium is not entirely correct. Question number 9. The reaction of 2NO2 forming N2O4 has a Kc value of 0.67. In experiment, 1.5 mole of NO2 is added to a 3-liter reactor with no N2O4 present initially. After some time, 0.3 mole of N2O4 is formed. A student conclude that the equilibrium shift to the left because a large amount of NO2 remain. Calculate the Kc value for that and compare it with the given Kc value. The result the student concludes based on your calculation. Is the reasoning scientifically valid and explain your answer using the concept of dynamic equilibrium. Answer the question number 9. The question is focused on the equilibrium between nitrogen dioxide and dinitrogen tetradioxide, and balance reaction is 2NO2 forming N2O4 with a Kc of 0.67. Initially 1.5 mole of NO2 are added into a 3-liter container. After equilibrium, 0.3 moles of N2O4 are formed. Since every mole of N2O4 formed consumes 2 mole of NO2, 0.6 mole of NO2 were used up, leaving 0.9 mole behind. This given up as concentration of 0.3 molar for NO2 and 0.1 molar for N2O4. And using these values, we can calculate Kc and compare it with Kc. If Kc is greater than Kc, the system will shift to the left to reduce the amount of product. This supports the student statement that there are still a lot of NO2 left and the equilibrium is shifting to the left. So, yes, the student conclusion is scientifically valid. Syntax 130 simulation does mini project to demonstrate the equilibrium reaction of acetic acid solution. She used a 0.1 molar CH3COOH solution and want to estimate the extent of ionization. She is also interested in a showing of effect of adding CH3COO on the equilibrium position, and decide two schemes. First, schemes to calculate the equilibrium concentration of the species based on the Kc value of 1.8 times 10 to the minus 5. Second, a scheme to illustrate the effect of adding CH3COO mean ions using the Le-Chatelier principle. Explain how the outcome of this simulation can be used as attractive learning media. Answer the question number 10. From the question number 10, Sinta is planning to create a simulation to show the equilibrium of acetic acid dissociation. The start with a 0.1 molar solution of CH3COOH and the Kc is 1.8 times 10 to the minus 5, and we use to calculate the value of X, which is the amount is ionization. Solving the expression, we get about 0.00134 molar for both H plus and CH3COO mean. Now, if she add sodium acetate, CH3COONA, say 0.05 molar, the concentration of acetate ion increase according to the Le-Chatelier principle. The reaction shifts to the left to reduce the effect of this increase, causing the concentration of H plus to decrease. Sinta can present this simulation with interactive graph to show the change in pH and ion concentration. This would make an excellent digital learning tool that helps students understand chemical equilibrium visually and conceptually.
Question 11. Equilibrium shift. In a laboratory, Andy conducted an experiment on the equilibrium reaction between nitrogen dioxide and dinitrogen tetroxide, which took place in a closed tub. 2NO2 become N2O4. Initially, the color of the gas in the tub was dark brown. Then, Andy lowered the temperature of the tub and observed the color change to become bright. describe the change that occur in the equilibrium system due to the decrease in temperature and explain the direction of the equilibrium shift based on the observed color change. Answer 11. Equilibrium shift. In the equilibrium reaction between nitrogen dioxide and dinitrogen tetroxide, two nitrogen dioxide become dinitrogen tetroxide. This direction is exothermic in the direction of dinitrogen tetroxide formation, meaning that heat is released when dinitrogen tetroxide is formed. When Andy lower the temperature of the type, according to Le Chatelier principle, the system will try to compensate for two changes by shifting the equilibrium in the direction that release heat, namely in the direction of dinitrogen tetroxide formation. As a result, the concentration of dinitrogen tetroxide increase and the concentration of nitrogen dioxide decrease. This change can also be seen from the color change of the gas in the tube. Nitrogen dioxide is dark brown, while dinitrogen tetroxide is lighter or almost colored. The decrease in temperature causes the color of the gas to become lighter because of dinitrogen tetroxide and nitrogen dioxide the less. Thus, a decrease in temperature causes a shift in equilibrium toward the formation of dinitrogen tetroxide exothermic, so that the color of the gas change from dark brown to lighter as an indication of an increase in the concentration of dinitrogen tetroxide in the equilibrium system. Question 12. Equilibrium shift. A teacher gives two test types to his student. Test type A contains a mixture of Fe3 plus and SCN-, while test type B contains the same mixture but with more Fe3 plus added. After a while, the color of the solution in the type B appears red, then is test type A. Examine the experimental data of the two types to find the relationship between change in ion concentration, shift in equilibrium, and change in solution color. Answer 12. Equilibrium shift. In an experiment with two test types containing a mixture of Fe3 plus SCN- become FeSCN2 plus. Ion has a characteristic red color. In type A, there is an initial mixture of Fe plus Fe3 plus and SCN- in a certain concentration, while in type B, the concentration of Fe3 plus is higher. The addition of Fe3 plus ions to type B causes the equilibrium system to shift to the right, namely toward the formation of more FeSCN2 plus complex. As a result of this shift, the concentration of FeSCN2 plus increased, so that the color of the solution in type B appear red than type A. This shows the relationship that increasing the concentration of one of the reactant Fe3 plus shift the equilibrium to the product, increasing the color intensity of the solution. In conclusion, a change in the concentration of Fe3 plus ions affects the equilibrium position, shifting toward the formation of the FeSCN2 plus complex, and causing the color of the solution to change to red in type B compared to type A. Question 13. Equilibrium shift. In the industrial process of making ammonia, which the reaction N2 plus 3H2 become 2NH3. Delta H is minus 92 kilojoules. The system pressure suddenly increased significantly. Criticize the opinion that increasing pressure does not affect the yield of ammonia in the reaction by providing an argument based on the principle of chemical equilibrium. Answer 13. Equilibrium shift. The opinion states that increasing pressure does not affect the ammonia yield in the reaction. N2 plus 3H2 become 2NH3. Delta H is minus 92 kilojoules. Need to be criticized based on the principle of chemical equilibrium and Le Chatelier principle. According to Le Chatelier principle, if the pressure on a gas equilibrium system is increased, the equilibrium will shift to the side which favor moles of gas to reduce the pressure change. In the ammonia formation reaction, the number of moles of gas on the reactant side is 4 moles. 1 mole of N2 or nitrogen plus 3 moles of H2 or hydrogen, while on the product side there are only 2 moles of NH3 or ammonia. Therefore, increasing the pressure will shift the equilibrium to the sides of ammonia formation or product, which has fewer moles of gas. Thus, increasing the pressure will significantly increase the yield of ammonia, not have no effect as claimed. This statement contradicts Le Chatelier principle which clearly show that pressure affects the position of equilibrium in gas reaction involving a change in the number of mole of gas. Question 14. Equilibrium shift. In a closed space, there is an equilibrium reaction. H2 plus Cl2 become 2HCl. Delta H is minus 92 kilojoules. If the temperature is increased, students observe a change in the amount of product formed. From the relationship between the increase in temperature and the change in the amount of HCl formed in the reaction based on the principle of chemical equilibrium. Answer 14. Equilibrium shift. The equilibrium reaction that occurs is H2 plus Cl2 become 2HCl. Delta H is minus 92 kilojoules. Reaction is exothermic based on the principle of equilibrium and Le Chatelier principle. If the temperature is increased, the system will try to compensate by shifting the equilibrium in the direction that absorbs heat, namely the endothermic reaction. In his reaction, the endothermic direction is the reverse reaction. Formation of H2 and Cl2. As a result, increasing the temperature will shift the equilibrium to the left, reducing the amount of HCl product for thus an increase in temperature causes a decrease in the concentration of HCl in the equilibrium system because the reaction shifts toward the reactant to absorb addition heat according to the principle of chemical equilibrium. Question 15. Equilibrium shift. In a 5-liter contain 4 mole of SO3 or plus which decompose according to the reaction. 2SO3 become 2SO2 plus O2. When equilibrium is reached, there is still 1 mole of SO3 remaining. Plan a laboratory experiment procedure of obtain the data net to calculate Kc in the reaction starting from preparation of equipment material to data analysis. Answer 15. Equilibrium shift. Once procedure to obtain the data net to calculate the equilibrium constant or Kc for the reaction. 2SO3 become 2SO2 plus O2. What's initial condition of 4 mole of SO3 in a 5-liter contains, and at equilibrium there is 1 mole of SO3 remaining. 1. Preparation of toll and material. A. Toll. A closed reaction vessel with a mixed volume of 5 liters. Pressure measuring instrument or gas concentration measuring instrument. Thermometer to control temperature. Stopwatch or timer. SO3, SO2, and O2 gas cylinder if required of calibration. Steering device if required for gas homogenization. B. Material. SO3 gas as much as 4 moles. SO2 and O2 gas for calibration in necessary. 2. Experimental procedure. Container filling. 4 moles of SO3 gas into a closed container with a capacity of 5 liters. Initiation of reaction. Heat or adjust the temperature so that the reaction can proceed toward equilibrium. Equilibrium monitoring. Watch until the reaction reaches equilibrium. The state is that the gas concentration no longer changes significantly. Concentration measure. Make sure the concentration of the remaining SO3 give 1 mole. Calculate the concentration of SO3. 1 mole divided by 5 liter equal 0.2 molar. Calculate the moles of SO3 that reaction 4 minus 1 equal 3 moles. Based of the reaction stoichiometry, 2 moles of SO3 products 2 moles of SO2 and 1 mole O2 so that mole SO2 formed equal 3 mole. Mole O2 formed equal 3 divided by 2 equal 1. Mole O2 formed equal 3 divided by 2 equal 1.5 mole. Calculated the concentration of SO2 and O2. SO2 3 mole divided by 5 liter equal 0.6 molar. O2 1 0.5 mole divided by 5 liter equal 3 data analysis and Cauchy calculation. Equilibrium constants based on concentration Cauchy for the reaction. Cauchy concentration SO2 the power 2 concentration O2 divided concentration SO3 the power of 2. Enter the concentration value obtained. Cauchy equal 0.6 the power 2 times 0.3 divided by 0.2 the power of 2. 0.36 times 0.3 divided by 0.4 equal 0.104 divided by 0.4 equal 2.7. In conclusion, what's the above procedure? The concentration data of the substance equilibrium can be obtained accurate. Furthermore, the Cauchy value can be calculated using the equilibrium formula based on the concentration of the gas substance. This procedure follows the basic principle of chemical equilibrium experiment for gas reaction in a closed container with a fixed volume.
Question number 16. Chemical equilibrium in the industrial world. One of the main challenges in the fertilizer industry is optimizing ammonia production through the Haber-Bosch process. The reaction used is reversible and exothermic, namely nitrogen gas reacts with hydrogen gas to form ammonia gas releasing heat. In party, the temperature used range from 450 to 500 degrees Celsius, and the pressure between 200 to 300 atmosphere. On the one hand, high temperature accelerates the reaction rate, but thermodynamically I can actually reduce the ammonia yield because exothermic reaction the two shift to the lab at high temperatures. Meanwhile, high pressure can drive the reaction toward the product, but increase operational costs. The Valley understand the factor that affect the ammonia production process that describe how consideration of temperature, pressure, and reaction rate can be used to explain the selection of optimum condition in this industry. Use the principle of chemical equilibrium to support your explanation. Answer to question number 16. The Haber-Bosch process is used to produce ammonia from nitrogen and hydrogen, and it is an exothermic and reversible reaction, so it depends strongly on temperature and pressure. According to Le Chatelier principle, lower temperatures are actually more favorable for driving the formation of ammonia. However, too low a temperature slows the reaction rate too much. So in industry, a compromise temperature 450 to 500 degrees Celsius is used to keep the reaction reasonably fast. Besides, temperature, pressure also plays a major role. High pressure shifts the equilibrium toward the product because there are fewer moles of gas on the product side than on the return side. But excessively high pressure requires very expensive equipment and greatly increase operating costs. Therefore, a compromise pressure 200 to 300 atmospheres is chosen is so that the ammonia yield stay high and the chores remain under control. In other words, the optimum conditions are not just about chemistry, but a balance between thermodynamics, kinetics, and economic aspects. All of these factors make the Haber-Bosch process carefully designed to be both efficient and economical. Question number 17. In one of the petrochemical industry units, methanol synthesis is carried out through the following reversible reaction. Monoxide gas reacts with hydrogen gas to form methanol gas releasing heat. The chemical team was asked to evaluate the current operating condition because the methanol yield obtained was not as targeted. Some initial assumptions state that temperature conditions were too high and the hydrogen gas ratio was less than ideal. Based on Leigh-Cavalier principle and change in conditions such as increased temperature, high pressure, or the addition of reagents can affect the direction of equilibrium. To help improve the production process, analyze the that affect the reaction. Describe how change in temperature, pressure, and hydrogen concentration can affect the yield of methanol synthesis, and provide a scientific explanation that relates the reaction condition to the principle of chemical equilibrium. Answer 17. Methanol synthesis from carbon monoxide and hydrogen gas is a reversible exothermic reaction governed by Leigh-Cavalier principle. Extremely high temperatures shift the equilibrium backwards, reducing methanol yield so a moderate temperature 200 to 300 degrees Celsius is used. High pressure is beneficial because fewer moles of gas are produced, shifting equilibrium toward methanol formation. Increasing hydrogen gas concentration also drives the equilibrium to the right, improving yields. Thus, careful control of temperature, pressure, and uh, hydrogen gas on carbon monoxide. Molar ratio is a key optimum methanol production. Operating at too high a temperature 600 degrees Celsius decreases sulfur trioxide or methanol gas despite fast rise. Therefore, temperature around 450 degrees Celsius for sulfur trioxide, 200 to 300 degrees Celsius for methanol must be maintained. Proper temperature control equipment is essential for stable, efficient products. In short, balancing thermodynamic, kinetic, and economics maximize methanol yields. Question 18. In the process of producing sulfuric acid using the contact method, one of the important steps is the formation of sulfur trioxide from sulfur dioxide and oxygen, which takes place through the reaction. Sulfur dioxide gas reacts with oxygen gas to form sulfur trioxide gas, and the reaction is exothermic. This reaction is usually carried out at a temperature of around 450 degrees Celsius and uses a vanadium pentoxide catalyst to increase the reaction rate. However, in an unspecified event, the reactor temperature rose to 600 degrees Celsius due to breakdown of the automatic control system. As a result, the sulfur trioxide production yield dropped drastically. Give your scientific assessment of the impact of the temperature is increase on the reaction equilibrium and sulfur trioxide production yield, and recommended a realistic technical solution to restore the reaction efficiency to optimal condition. Answer 18. The formation of sulfur dioxide is an exothermic reaction, is increasing the temperature to 600 degrees Celsius, shift the equilibrium to the left, reducing sulfur dioxide yield even of if the reaction rate increases. This shows that high temperature is counterproductive for yields. The optimal temperature is around 450 degrees Celsius, where both the rate and yield are balanced. The vanadium pentoxide catalyst increases the reaction rate without affecting equilibrium. To restore efficiency, the temperature control system should be recalibrated, sensor maintained regular, and alarm is installed to prevent overheating. Question number 19. In the petrochemical industry, thermal cracking of ethane is used the product ethylene, which is an important ingredient in the manufacture of plastic. The reaction that occurs is ethane decomposes the from ethene and hydrogen gas. The reaction endothermic. One of the planned techniques suggests increasing the reactor pressure in the hope of speeding up, up the reaction and increasing the ethylene yield. However, some team members question is the suggestion, considering that change in pressure can affect the direction of equilibrium, especially in gas reaction. So, try to respond to the suggestion critically by considering the number of moles of gas in the reaction, the endothermic nature of the reaction, and likely and Licatelier Festival explained what hers the suggestion will increase the ethylene yield or will be counterproductive. Answer number 19. The thermal cracking of ethane is endothermic and produce more gas moles. According to Licatelier principle, increasing pressure would shift the equilibrium toward the reactant, reducing ethylene yield. Thus, the technician suggestion is counterproductive. A better strategy is to use high temperature to favor the endothermic reaction and low pressure to favor the formation to more gas moles, which will increase the ethylene yields. Question number 20. Nitrogen dioxide emissions from vehicle exhaust are a major contributor to air pollution and the formation of acid rain. An automotive company is designing an emission control system based on the following chemical reaction. Nitrogen dioxide gas reacts with ammonia gas and oxygen gas to form nitrogen gas and water vapor. However, in the initial trial, the reaction results were not optimal because some nitrogen dioxide was still released into the atmosphere. The design team was asked to optimize the reaction conditions. So, that the reaction efficiency increase and emission were reduced. So this is a technical strategy to regulate the temperature, pressure, and molar ratio of the reaction used. Explain scientifically how its decision you make will affect the direction of equilibrium and the result of the reaction. Answer number 20. To optimize nitrogen dioxide removal, first use excess nitrogen 300 or ammonia to shift the equilibrium toward nitrogen dioxide and hydrogen oxide according to Le Chatelier principle. Maintain a moderate temperature so the reaction is fast with minimal sets reaction while preserving equilibrium well. Adjusting pressure has little effect because the mole numbers of gas on both sides are similar. So a moderate pressure is sufficient for efficient approximation. This condition will improve nitrogen dioxide conversion and reduction emission.